So as you can see by the title, these are some tips to hopefully help you with passing as male in public. Obviously I can't guarantee that all of these things will work and that you will pass 100%. I still don't pass 100% and I don't expect to since I'm pre-everything. So tip number one is what most trans guys do after coming out anyway, which is getting a haircut. If you have quite a long, typically feminine hairstyle, then that's often the first thing that people see and will judge your gender on. A short hairstyle immediately makes people see you as more masculine. Just be aware when getting your hair cut that there are a lot of short hairstyles that are seen as more feminine. So like maybe don't get a pixie cut. Obviously if you're looking into getting your hair cut into a shorter style, research, have a look at some styles that you like, ones that you see as more masculine and more feminine and what other people see as masculine and feminine. Most of how people see and perceive you is mostly through confidence. So if you're confident in the way that you're acting, the way that you're feeling, how you want to present, people are going to take that rather than if you're like really shy and like timid about it. I don't know, confidence just seems to help people see you the way you want to be seen. So just try to care less about what people think, just be confident in yourself, walk down the street and be you. Body language also is a very key part in how people see and perceive you. So there tend to be more masculine type body language and more feminine type body language. If you don't really know and you want to judge the differences between like feminine and masculine body language, watch people. If you sat down at a bus stop, just like watch the people going by. Just watch and observe the differences between men and women's body language and try to adapt your body language into a more masculine type style. Like walking with a wider step generally comes across more masculine. Not like swinging your arms by your sides, having them straight down or in your pockets is a good bet. A big thing that can make a big difference as well is the way that you sit. So rather than sitting with your legs crossed with sort of one knee over the other knee, if you want to cross your legs, try sitting with your ankle on your knee. You'll find that more men tend to sit like that rather than with knees on top of each other. Also, a lot of guys sit with the legs sort of spread apart a little bit, whereas women would tend to sit with them together or with the legs crossed or whatever. Obviously this isn't 100% correct for everyone because everyone sits however they want to sit, they have their own sort of body language. It's just what's seen as sort of more stereotypically masculine and feminine. Packing. This is either with a commercially made packer that you buy for that purpose or with something else that just creates that look in your pants. Obviously this sort of thing won't be immediately noticeable to everyone all of the time, but if you're wearing tight trousers like skinny jeans or something like that, at least you know that if someone looks down there, which doesn't happen that much I don't think, I hope not, but you know that if they do there's something there, you know, sort of that little bit of a bulge that inevitably most cis guys will have. And even if it's not for other people seeing it, it can just make you feel a bit more confident, which can help towards the confidence side of things. There are a lot of really cheap packers out there you can buy and work fine. The one that I've got I think costs like £11 all in all with postage. Or you can even make your own at home if you don't have much money to spend on one or you just have no way of getting one. Obviously you can wear stereotypically masculine type clothing from the men's section or just even from the women's section, just more masculine type sort of things. You know, people can wear whatever they want, wear what makes you comfortable, but if you want it to pass, it is better to be seen as how other people would expect masculine people to look. And clothing that's seen by the majority as men's clothing is likely to help you to pass. Disguising the size of your chest. Now obviously you could get and use a chest binder which is purposely made to flatten the chest down. If you can't get that, you can't afford it, you can also use, some people use sports bras, just use like a couple of them. Or if you have quite a small chest, you can even just wear baggier clothes and it will just make it a lot less noticeable. So most people associate men with having deep voices, which obviously isn't the case because there's a lot of cis guys who have quite high voices. But again, this video isn't really about what I think's right and what is actually true, it's more about tips to try and help you be seen as male by other people, and that sort of tends to help. So if you have more of a high-pitched sort of feminine sounding voice, just try teaching yourself to lower it slightly, only like a little bit, and just learning to get that sort of natural and just lowering it slightly and slightly and slightly and trying to make it sound a little bit more masculine if that's what you want to do. I've also seen a lot of discussions amongst trans guys about voice training videos on YouTube and they sort of help you to lower your voice naturally. Now I've never seen any of these videos or used any of these videos, I don't know how well they work, but you can find out from some people, sort of had a look, try it out if you want to try it out. And something that I've actually found myself helps quite a lot is just seeing when you get misgendered and when you pass and sort of taking into account what you were doing or what you were wearing when that happened. So for example, I pass probably about 80% of the time, maybe more in public, but there are times when I get misgendered and I've noticed that one of the times that I get misgendered quite a lot is when I'm wearing hats. And I think that's mainly because I have sort of not very a masculine face, my voice is fairly deep, but my haircut is sort of, again, one of those things that people see straight away and judge on. So obviously I have quite, I mean it's grown out a bit now, but quite short shaved sides and more of sort of the masculine hairstyle. So I think when I'm wearing a hat when it's cold and stuff, it covers that up, and that's one of the key things that helps me to pass. So I just kind of avoid wearing hats if I want to pass, unless it's cold and I just don't give a shit, I'm going to wear a hat. But if you can identify things that do make you get misgendered more, you can learn about it, try and avoid those things. If you want to avoid those things, try and improve on those things. You just have to be sort of more self-aware when you're around. Alright, so they're pretty much all of the tips that I could think of, all the ones that I have sort of written down. I added a couple in there. I can't really think of any more. So hopefully if you want to try out some of these things, it might just help you pass a little bit more, might just make you feel a bit more confident, a bit more comfortable when you're out and about. So thank you for watching, come along my journey, and I'll first see you in my next video. Bye.